All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tom Vays. I got to jump right into the chart. Sorry for the late start, a little later than usual. Things are not looking good. Welcome. Things are not looking good. And also, there may not be a stream. There'll probably be a stream tomorrow morning, probably earlier in the day. But there probably not going to be a stream on Thursday because I got more travel to do. I may or may not make that public or not. But anyway, I'm going to be at an event down in Miami. Probably. It's just life's been incredibly hectic, and with the conferences in Dubai, a little stressful. All right, let's go to the charts. I got about 10-15 minutes. This one's going to be on the shorter side. I'm already getting some questions. Yeah, things are looking rough. I'm actually going to remove this. This was the anticipated quick move to the upside upon the break of the prior swing high. We are not getting a break of the prior swing high. So at the moment, it is simply cluttering the chart. And so is this arrow. We can always draw them in due time. Now, today, I believe, is only Tuesday. So there's still lots of things that can happen. We can go back to the last very scary candle. The last time we had a candle that is potentially as scary as current candle was back in July 12th, which extended into the July 19th week. Now, if you guys recall, this was the week I anticipated of dropping the price down to approximately $25,000 and then a very quick and swift V-shape recovery. Now, at the time that this was happening, now remember, based on the daily chart, I was obviously bullish because the MRI was bullish, but I was not this bullish, right? At the time, I was only anticipating a 1 to 4 candle correction and then a very likely rejection of the 50-period moving average in order to establish one final low in August that would set us on, what Martin Armstrong likes to refer to as a slingshot. Swing us all the way up into a beautiful new all-time high off of a nice swing low in the $25,000 area. That did not happen. And as you look on the daily chart, I was never comfortable with this massive consolidation that was not long enough. So if you are going to consolidate, it needs to consolidate for a very long time in order to really piss off people that it's not going up and not going down, or you need to drop very, very hard. Now, if we go back, and again, we use the weekly chart only because it's just easier instead of the daily chart, and we compare, here's what happens when you fall really, really hard, and then we slingshot all the way into new all-time high. Now, here's what happens when you stay consolidated for a very long period of time. Remember, this consolidation lasted pretty much from November all the way into April. That is like 6 months. We can also go back to 2015, where you can see in 2015, we consolidated for a year. And within that consolidation, there were 2 massive crashes, okay? So this time around, we stayed down here not that long. It was not 6 months. It was like 2 months, okay? So not enough to really piss off people that Bitcoin isn't doing anything. And at the same time, we did not get a swing low, but we did find beautiful support at the 50-period moving average on the weekly scale. But you don't want to keep testing the 50-period moving average. while this is beautiful support between the 50 and the 20 combined, this support really needs to hold. And if we are in the middle of the support next week, we're going to break the lucid SAR, which is another indication that trouble is ahead. We already have an indication that trouble is ahead with a red star candle in the MRI. The last time we got that red star candle, while we did not go all the way into an MRI buy on a weekly, which I thought we could, and it would have been nice if we did, we still went down, a good 15+%. Now, the prior red star candle really caused a little bit of havoc. So this red star candle has been, making it very concerning for me. And if we break these two moving averages and the price of Bitcoin goes below $40,000, and I do end up losing this bet to Joe Sass, I'm going to be very, very concerned that that $25,000 target is still on the table. Right now, this is our Consensio look, and there are 2 more days in this candle, and I am still being stubbornly optimistic that Bitcoin will be able to imminently recover, but that imminently recover timeline is becoming very, very small. My imminently to recover timeline is now down to like 5 days. So because I will do a video tomorrow morning, New York time, everything is always on New York time, no matter where I am, I will adjust this allocation probably down to 20% bullish if the candle looks the same going into tomorrow or is down even further. At the break of 40,000, I would suggest that potential zero allocation to Bitcoin bullish and potentially even shorting the positions, because that's what Consensio says. Now, I do cover lots of different trading mechanisms here and quite different timeframes, so you guys have to decide on your own. But right now, the inability for Bitcoin to rally above $45,000 and challenge these moving averages is very, very troubling. Looking at the daily chart, once again, this was a beautiful, beautiful bounce and support of the 128-day moving average, which has now started trending up. But coming back to this moving average is serious trouble, because supporting the price this close to the last support of the moving average is making it weaker, not to mention the whole double bottom situation. And I'm never bullish at double bottoms. And if this continues, then we're going to have yet another death cross. Now, the other aspect of it is lots of people have been commenting, Tone, how are you so bullish on Bitcoin when the S&P 500 is bearish? And the correlation is back. I mentioned it on the Russian channel in Russian, but I haven't mentioned it on this channel in a while. You can see how Bitcoin had a top on September 7th. And you can see how Bitcoin started to rally on September 21st. If we go to the daily chart of the S&P 500, you will see exactly the same exact thing. Oh, by the way, I called this one, didn't I, on the S&P, right into the death cross and a huge crash today. There was a big gap here. I would not be bullish the S&P unless we close both. So this was pretty much a perfect call on the S&P 500. Now let's look at September 7th right here. September 7th is when Bitcoin started to crash from its all-time high, not all-time high, sorry, the secondary swing high. And so did Bitcoin with the S&P right here on September 7th. Now, right here on September 20th, S&P bottoms and starts rising as of September 20th when made the low. Now, Bitcoin, even while being a 24-hour market, doesn't hit its low until the following day, September 21st. So you can clearly see how the S&P 500 is the leader. And the last 2 days have been bearish in the S&P 500 and Bitcoin is dropping. Now, Bitcoin is not dropping that much today, unlike the S&P 500. So potentially the correlation can break. At current pace, the S&P can close at a brand new daily low. And yes, based on today's candle, unless it rallies all the way and closes above the moving averages, this red arrow will definitely play out. I don't really want to move it to the left because then it would be almost like a little bit of cheating. I didn't think it would fall this much this quickly in a day, but my target is a new swing low and the 200-day moving average on the S&P. Can that drag Bitcoin down with it? And the answer is absolutely it can. And this is a very, very tough situation for Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin does have its own speculative tool. While it's correlated with the S&P 500 in direction, it is never correlated with the S&P 500 in magnitude. And if Bitcoin can stay above the prior swing lows, and especially above $40,000, as the S&P 500 crashes into the 200-day moving average, then when the S&P reverses off of this and starts challenging the new swing highs, mostly due to ridiculous inflation, but then again, the government can shut everything down. I mean, New York State alone is firing 70,000 hospital employees because they refuse to take the God vaccine. According to the new governor of New York, God created the vaccine. And if you keep an eye on Clown World Twitter feed, which is my new favorite feed in all of Twitter, it's called Clown World Today. She is now spending her time going to New York City churches asking for disciples. This is now the leader, the latest in communist leadership in New York, which is apparently all into religion, which is contradictory to all the other Democratic leaders who are anti-religion. So this is a very, very, again, clown world in full effect. The 40,000 is really, really important. The break of 40,000 will really cause some havoc. All right, I got 5 minutes left. Let's peek at gold and silver. I think some idiot paid a $23 million Ethereum fee. I mean, the shitcoin's stupidity has no bounds. I'm not even, we'll get into that on the next news show. The monthly, we can get into the monthly once the month ends. Here is the monthly. The monthly looks, the monthly is not troubling yet. The monthly still looks okay. What about the Heikin-Ashi on the monthly? I see the Heikin-Ashi on the monthly is a little bit promising. I don't like the, we need to see another candle. The monthly isn't really very useful at the moment. Hey guys, Dubai. I had a couple of registrations. The event is going to be very small. The room capacity is about 50, and at the moment we are down to how many seats? Oh, where's my registration form? Oh, okay, here they are. Yeah, we're down to about 26 seats. So we're about halfway to a sellout, which is good. Keep an eye on that. Halfway to a sellout, and it'll be nice and small. Got confirmation. Giacomo Zucco will be there. So getting some more confirmations. Christian Decker will not, but Samson will come. So that would be cool. So we got an image of him coming up on the site in a minute. Still several maybes. Everyone's waiting till the last minute with COVID restrictions, with figuring out what's going on in clown world. And the financial summit is a go. This one is really close to selling out. I think we're down to like 5 or 7 seats. Oh yeah, I gotta raise that. We're down to about 5. Down to about 5 seats. That one is a little bit better. Okay. Quick peek at gold and silver. Gold wasn't doing much. I took a look at it. Not silver. I don't really care about silver. I'm not going to comment on gold. There's not much to comment on. I am very bullish on oil. You guys already know that. I had a couple of questions from my moderators. Tone, can you please check out Bitcoin on the weekly? Looks to be the start of a descending triangle. I think it's a little too early to call a descending triangle. I would need one more bounce off the $30,000 area. In order for me to draw a triangle, I would first need the price to go down to the $32,000 area, then rally into the moving averages here in the $40,000 area, which will now become resistance as opposed to being support. And only after that would I consider drawing one of these descending triangles. I can't even like fit it in here like that. And look, anything is possible. Absolutely anything is possible. But the probability of Bitcoin being in this descending triangle for the next 9 months and then have a probability of breaking down to below $20,000 in late 2022 is very unlikely, just based on on-chain analytics and general fundamentals, but anything's possible. Deleting this. I need to see that first. All right. That is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully, I will see a bunch of you in Dubai. Probably no video on Thursday, keep in mind, and I'll try to do a news show on Friday. All right. We got one more question. Can you take a look at the BTC USD? Oh, I already took a look at that. Okay. Thanks, guys, and see you all. Do I think bear market just started? No, not yet. We need to break 40 for me to consider the bear market. Like I said, as long as I have not lost my bet to Joe Sass, we have to hold 40,000. Yeah, this is troubling. It's very, very troubling. Very troubling. All right, guys. Talk to you all on the next one. Bye.